Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for your help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.
And there must be no sacred cows. So I encourage all Sierra-Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the world. Okay, we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the world We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. They keep so it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on help us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government.
and there must be no sacred cows. So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and little abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. We tired with their promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and little abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
Anyway, why the music for done at this time? Why this music for done at this time? They lie. The people lie to us. The people betray us. Hey, Italic was in this country, I will not get up again. When this they come out, then they can go say, do I know come out, alhamdulillah. When then they come out and they come, wait, we know they get better, that's also worst.
You know, sometimes they enough speech for laugh, but if I laugh, you stress out. Some kind of laugh we positive laugh, not all laugh na enjoyment, so some na stress that they laugh out. Just like this. You can't take a deal. You lie. Can't take a deal. You lie to us. I say una fool we bo. Yeah. Anyway, una welcome, una kushebu, kabo, how una all they do. I know say the audit report, it don't make people, they don't become overcharged, overzealous. You know, people them it don't tell them they aim for it for this particular report. The report don't come finally, audit report of 2021. Hey! Them people yeah, then a big wait for. Now then they make we country call. Una want them all, they not make man they recall. I say, then a big wait fall. Now then they make we country call. Waiting? Una want them all, they not make man they reflect bad one. Ooh. I like this party, I mean, because lawyers always say ASLPP government. So I like this government. They promise you. Then talk a lot of things them. And then things then they sweet. Then things then they make we decide, okay, I think it's cool. Why we not go vote for them people here? Why we not for vote for them? We honestly need for vote for them. Now don't vote for them. They fool us. They betray us. They don't cause a lot of damages. Hey! I beg, before I can begin with one sweet part of everything, I beg, relax here. Listen my own favorite song again. They lie. Listen the top of the music, now interesting past every part of all. Listen am.
And there must be no sacred cows. So I encourage all Sierra-Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us a little and abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt ever.
All right, indeed, they lie to us, then fool us, and see. In fact, now we see lots of damages than we've been see before. So, are the wonder now where the leakages, where the potty, where they put, so they pan the way we don't boss. Where the potty, we really want to see the leakages. This now the audit report where come out now, me fambolem. Audit report 2021. You see, it just come out this December. Unfortunately, not to Lara sign na an acting auditor general. They acting in sign and then call her Abdulaziz. And according to the information we get, this now the man where them people here believe, but unfortunately they're late for take action. This now them people here believe, and this now have been the informants. Yeah, and this now they undermine in boss because it wants the position of in boss. But I know one thing. How you can go that person for let you get that position there? That person they not go trust you. And not go ever trust you. He go to he must find somebody for replace you because he feels say I don't can go to him. Now so you go can go back to the other one them where they give the same thing where they use against you where you able for pass the information where you not supposed for pass. Well. Plenty things they don't come. Of course, we be see again inside 2020, yeah, the 2019 report self being common This is it. The 2020, this is not the 2020 report, and then we get the 2021 report. But before all of this, we begin one serious information we been come up. This now the SLPP manifesto where they talk about fighting corruption and improving accountability. I get reason why we go into this. This fighting corruption and accountability. Let's first of all look waiting there inside the manifesto. We compare them to waiting come out this 2021 inside the 2021 audit report. Yeah. So inside the 2020 audit report, we come out inside this 2021. Let's watch something quick. We better watch some of them things there, but it's necessary, especially now that things them don't come out, for let we see exactly waiting they happen. Okay, I just want to be sure of my sound, but I think my sound clear. Now, let me see something inside the manifesto. They say fighting corruption and improving accountability. Sorry if you see me idea up, as always, because I can try for watch certain things then for let we get them. But this is not the camera and one for the watch and divide. But please, now just pardon me. Let's watch something, yeah. This one, then call them, let's pull them in this. I don't know if you say I'm fine. Let's pull them in this and let's give them bright color. Yeah, let's just give them bright color. No. All right, I open at the same. Yeah, open at the same. Yes. Okay, so we go. This one on corruption. It's a fighting corruption. It's a corruption has been the main governance Achilles heel for successive governments in Sierra Leone and the greatest threat to national progress and development as well as posing bigger threats. Basically, this is not the way how they may stress pan the issue or the fight against corruption. Say corruption is the biggest problem now inside the country. They say despite the gain where they don't make inside the last Pakaba in government in 2000 for empower the independent prosecution powers of the the government. APC inside 2018 don't make corruption one of them best. Inside 2008, one of them best. And it go further and say the political will, yeah, for make Parliament go able for scrutinize, through the audit and the public accounts and the audit report for let them go able for look inside the audit report. It's a big problem. Now we don't see in the last 6 years they are not able for touch them. The last years of the APC and these 4 years of the SLPP, they not get mind for touch the audit report. You see, he say in the past 5 years of the APC administration, that's from 2012 to 2018, 2007. Imagine the last 5 years of SLPP, of APC waiting, they may be touch them. So now, SLPP get one system of tonangi. Where then they do something, then go tonangi, then go always come and say, nah, so them been doing. If na Lilo watch this, then say in the last 5 years of the APC, they not touch them. Where they cannot to 4 years and they do so, one day they not touch them. And this audit report, now one of the things then they, where they put all the strength pan for campaign. You know, they say they really need for look into the audit report, but unfortunately say, even when they don't come to, they're not able to do serious thing. In fact, before they do something for improve the audit service and the Public Accounts Committee in the Parliament, now the Auditor General, then they run after because of the kind of problem where they see inside the audit report. We all see the problem. So this not them this, yeah. Since 2007 and 2000 under the SLPP administration, the subjects to corruption has taken center. But now they say in 2008, the government of Anes by Kuruma can decide for make different changes them, but yet still they make tranga points for make sure they team up pan the corruption business. Let's see something why they read, yeah. Let's watch this particular part of the manifesto. Watch this particular part of the manifesto. Then say corruption in public and private life in Sierra Leone includes but not limited to bribery, embezzlement, and mismanagement, procurement irregularities, you know, conferring unlawful or wrongful advantages. Look at this thing. This all now we'll get for look at in the few days of the audit report. Let me see, say, this government cry the other government down, the former government, the former regime say, then based on their own government on all of them things they have to. But when they come, we can watch in the audit report now for see if they make any changes or then do worse than waiting they cry for. They say nepotism and favorism now part of the last government. They say these are usually manifested in the inflation of government contracts. Take note, inflation of the government contracts. In the African Express, we don't tell you all of them things. Then they give contracts to people and they're not open bidding, no nothing, and they give certain people and from the office of the caretaker to the first lady and down. They all do the same kind of thing. But yet still, they say problem no day with that one day. The last government still they cause problem. They do they you know. They say what happen. Because of the last government, they want a lot of kickback. Yeah, they say bid rigging. When they say bid rigging, that means say they're not open them to the public, even if they open and they get already who that they don't unpick. So we see say this don't happen. We see inside the Auditor General African Express carry this. We're not going inside the Auditor General reported to the audit report. African Express highlights all of them things and they say collusive tenders for public contracts, like I said, just examination malpractice, of course, corporate fraud. Yeah, corporate fraud. We can't look into all of them things there, so one. But that's we're not going done all today. They say tax evasion. Of course, we see all waiting to happen. Look at this thing. This one's very key. They say falsification of accounts and certificate stealing of public funds and the perversion of justice. My brother and sister, then they will start the discussion. How you see all of them one there compare to waiting then they do right now. Waiting them been say they want for change with waiting that they do right now. Waiting not the difference. We don't see any change. Yes, we don't see change. The change we don't see now, the thing where they happen now, it pass waiting a meet. So of course, we don't see a lot of changes them where they go on right now as we talk so now the country. A lot. I mean, lots of changes then they go right now in the country. But yes, still, if we begin talk about all of them things you will get people them where they come just now and can't tell we say, we na party picking them. Nothing not the way we can appreciate. But African Express don't come say, don't talk. Now we don't see say the Auditor General in your report says don't come from 2020. For 2020 and all of them things then they of course the 2019 audit report says instead being getting your bomber, began your bombshell. We talk about over 177 billions. Now let's go now into this particular report. Let's go down quick. We're not waste any more time. We get certain point side where we want for touch. Quick one. Yeah. Certain side in the way we want for touch. So we could go right down to that then particular side in the. Let me look. In fact, today, if you don't look for the manifesto, we basically mean say the document where this caretaker, talk say they can't do. The things they say they can't do. And he say it don't do all. Waiting they said in manifesto. They say don't do all. In fact, it don't do more. True, it don't do more. Then think they always preach. Then think they always preach against the last government. It don't do all. Now we get the joke. all of the things them inside the manifesto, then things they are, where the caretaker preach against the last government, he don't do all. In fact, he don't do more. Now we understand the reason why he talk about say he don't do all waiting the inside the manifesto. Don't feed this. We still go beg people and say he promise them. Now listen, waiting he say he do, he don't do all, but the promise the way he make inside the manifesto, he don't do the all little. So now we understand. All of the things that he cried the last government for, he don't do all. Yeah, and in fact, he don't do more. Now we don't begin to see inside the audit report. Yeah, first of all, we need for understand certain things then. If we want to get something right, we need for understand the audit report proper one before we go inside detail things them of waiting and waiting to happen. Hit forward the like button, please, if you want the information there and if you say they appreciate the information there. Now let me see something. First of all, the role of the audit service. Now for make sure say it audit government couple. The way how the government they get money and the way how the government they spend them back. Now then things then the government, but basically when they talk about government, you did look at the presidency, the three arms of government. You did talk about the executive, where you get for do with the caretaker in cabinet. You talk about the MDAs. That's the ministries, the departments, the agency, they all, where they set up, then public enterprise, they all of the things them, where the government proper, where the executive arm, they control, yeah? They also, they look parliament, when are the legislative arm of parliament, then are the parliamentary commission, parliament and all the other offices, then where they underrun. Then, the third part where they look at the legislature, the judiciary. When you say the judiciary, you get for do with the courts, yeah, the attorney general in your family. If you see the attorney general, basically in fairness, now the executive. But if you look at the chief justice, take and down, then fend themselves usai now the legislative part. Sorry, oh God, why did I get this thing mixed up? Now the judiciary part of the government arm, yeah. So you see, the audit service, they look at everybody where they get couple from the consolidated fund or where the government set them up. But don't know. Now then they look at two things, two ways of money where the government they get money, two way. The government they get money through with tax money. Then tax the way we can pay. Yeah? The government they get like the government they talk about NRA, National Revenue Authority, they talk about this, they talk about that. Even you where they go and market self, that corporate way they pay. You self they pay tax indirectly. So that's now one source of income for the government, to revenue. The corporate way that they get and tax them. The number two part of the revenue, now they don't know them, the corporate them, where then they get for we country, through them one they can say party business, we go now this money, now take a no more, and now own. Or the other part where you go say, with the lend to now this money, when I get for pay we back, and when I pay we by interest, all of them corporate they audit report, they look them one by one for make sure say the government or all who that the old couple or who that they make couple for the government able for account for them things then they then do the right thing. I think that the word that one day then do the right thing for let the couple go the right side and the one themselves for them they give for do project there let them do the right thing for make sure say them projects that they come to reality. Now you get me? You understand? I think before we go inside anything deep one, some of them things there so now things them where we need for look up. We come back just not into all of this, but I want for let we go down side, one other side, where then call before we go into the couple where they don't lost, yeah. And I deliberately want for let we understand certain things then for something there where I will really want for let we touch on, where basically get for do with the opinion of the Auditor General. You know, some people then can mix up. Somebody call me today to say, okay, this and this and this, you need for watch and because we see things then they mixed up right now. I say, yes, that's a good point. The opinion of the Auditor General. Basically, when they say opinion, it means saying how then they look at the things then they assess the kind of way how they audit. Yeah? It not mean say, like for example, let's make you example. We can sit here, we give you opinion. But if you watch, most of the things the way we give opinion on, it is backed up with facts. You understand? We not just sit down, we have to talk. Like right now, at the talk, in my opinion, I analyze things there, but I give you the facts. We give you real source of that particular information there. That is to say, the Auditor General, basically, like the go up small, right at the fen, Usaya Wanke you go. The Auditor General, they give in your own opinion on certain things. But that no mean say, now generally just opinion it give. No. It basically now like when you summarize something. Yeah, okay, now all of these things don't happen, no, but I feel saying that this, inside they can get in suggestion and other things. Yeah, so basically all of their opinion, the way they put together, now like they do a summary. Yeah, because some people they say, right now, this audit report will come also. Now opinion, not a reality. Now the thing that they right now, then people are then dry like which man? Then they use this audit report for campaign in 2018. But now, then they say, no opinion, not a reality. Hey, God, una left wickedness. Some wickedness, then they, in fact, a witch. Una dry yo. Yeah, yo. Whoa, una too dry. Una left them pattern there. Okay, let me go now to the other thing. Yes, that's what I make. I can't take out. Whoa, left them pattern there. Let me go to the other thing. When you talk about the things, then, if you watch now, all of the things that they want no audit reports, all them documents they as way the auditor. I'm not talking about Abdulaziz, and they talk about Lara, the Auditor General by then. When you watch all of them documents there, all things, then you say, okay, that this and this are notice. That not mean say waiting them puts na opinion no. Then go physically in the different office there, take them documents, they watch them all, and put exactly a document and then they can go with big box. And then go input all things. Now, look at this thing. It is say now, upon all waiting I don't watch show. The reason why we take the time for give you this particular part, because we don't see say, people and they try for funny the audit reports now. For Fenway, for hide. So instead of they accept the problem, yeah, then they come out and say, this audit report of 2020, now opinion. Yes, opinion, they every year the Auditor General give opinion. Basically, that opinion and just call it opinion. But a summary of waiting and waiting is see inside the report, now it can analyze for let people them understand. You do understand, eh? So basically, now then things then they try for make you understand. So no mistake or not get yourself mixed up. Say, na opinion no more they right. Not so true. This government had and serious pan corruption, fat, or all of them things and they fake. You just fake yourself, maybe brother and sister. They wanna left them pattern they then they hide and they been a rich. Bing. Sometimes they for the look on a na public when they talk when make statement. When they talk, just me pound so. Done. When you would need the torment now, and the things say wait to make person for make by you. So let's go some side. Yeah? The very important one, let's look at the couple. Because this other side, now we want try for or make you understand. And after that, we can't go direct. See, they begin with the caretaker. Let me see, waiting italics. If in where they talk about corruption, in where they talk about accountability, if in straight in terms of the way how it go about in reporting, yeah. So now let me go now and see waiting then talk with regards the issue of waiting, the issue of call this thing for me, accountability and corruption. But let me go now and see waiting the auditor say. I must go for the laws. And that this other part I want for let me understand. I really want to understand. Please, when I watch this side and say estimated cash losses. This side and say estimated cash losses, and I can't explain you this side because this side we need for understanding. Because plenty time again, then people are say, not for this year no more. Now from APC term, now all that money they then put so. When they come to that one day, I can't explain you what it means. You see some side they then dash. All that one day I can't explain you bit by bit, make you understand. Right? Now for tomorrow, let them not go argue. Say, na APC term. Now this, no. Wait, when they come to that day, just patient and wait. Now look at this thing. They say the estimated cash losses. They say the estimated cash losses identified in the course of our audit amounted to 153.9 billion leons. So in other words, we approximately get about 154 billion leons cash losses. When they say cash losses, that things the way they for do with money in the right way, they not do them. Yeah, things them way na money the way they just they're not able for account for properly. They're not able for show. Let's use the word. Let's stop this account business. If they give you money, you're not able for explain how you use this money. In government, that is why when this audit report they do an all time, the tell anti-corruption come and say, hey, parliament not be understand say where they use this money, the leadership of parliament not be understand say where they use this money, they fork out receipt. Then a lie, big lie anti-corruption. Then for charge them back for corrupt practices, that, even lie in a corruption. Because this audit report don't begin come out from donkey years, we not ready for bonnet. Audit report don't begin come out. When mean say anytime when you use government couple, you supposed for come and explain not to by months. You for give receipt of waiting you use. So if parliament use couple, they not even for account for them. Anti-corruption as big and big full as Ben Kelfala be. They can't talk say parliament not able for understand say them for return money where they use or them for can explain. But now the same way they are so, then they run after other people them. Where they use money, they not able for account. But them for them, when not to them they even make the law, not to them they interpret the law, no nothing, then they run after them. But parliament, now exceptional cases, now no go area. Because if they attack parliament, parliament go back at the first lady and the government waiting. So they don't want that kind funny things they for happen for let they expose them. So then decide for hands off. Hands off our parliament and hands off our first lady. Period. Let me go now. So you see, this is not the amount of money where they say they estimate. In other words, then they watch all of these things, they make an estimate. When they talk about estimates, say, now this then they expect, say loss. So it left to you now for come and clear you aid and say, no, this not loss, so look the thing we use and the other, just that, the time when you be the ask will not be get this bonus, all of these things, we use them. So that means they say estimates, then the amount and they suspect that this kind of loss. According to waiting, then CEO, not to just that opinion where people in the talk about. Now, look good. Then say these losses are in respect of the general purpose financial statements. Please take note of their word they are. GPFS. In case you see them, I'll just pass. I'm not waiting now. General purpose financial statements. Yeah, that's waiting the financial statement the way they're supposed for put. Like I say, how them for explain. Yeah, the way how they use them couple and day. Now one day, all right. So then say public enterprises. That means then public enterprises. Them you get some side and the way the government they make money. Yeah. Then some enterprises and the way you go give money then give something. Like for example, I think the I call this thing the South how they take book immigration. I think that and they all find themselves inside the birth certificate. So they take the because then they get couple. Now business then they do the in as much as now public something now government document now the country document but then they do business as well. Yeah, so you get then public waiting and they win a government business them. Yeah, then get the ministries, departments and agencies and local council. Basically the local council we all sabi and then we different city and district councils them. Now they indicated in the table all the losses them. Now we already see the table below. Now let we go. Please, the reason why we take with them for we able for sorry I knock out cup, so large just waiting small. Sorry. The reason why I take me time for we understand this thing now for the sake of waiting arguments because when they see the fanatic them. Yeah, they want them way allergic. They're allergic to criticism. When no one take correction, then will come with the own pattern of this particular report. So, like we can take a say, not to fet, not to cause. When anybody want to argue, just take on step by step and make it understand. That is why plenty time they when person come within some concern to we, where would they make life cool? If you want come by force, this will they put on down self, will they relax and say please not to so. We ask her one. By the time they ask her question, and go just say yes. And it shame back and put. You know where dog shame? Where dog shame? It take in tail. It put a middle in leg. It go and work as so now. Now so now it take in time. It come back now a line and give people a chance for call. So now so we want let you able for grounded with the issues them. Now let me go into this. If you watch this particular thing. You they say the years them. They say 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Okay, that's last year. Now all down there. Now we've been telling you something just now. We said the general purpose financial statements. Now then at the first side, that GPFS. Yeah, you get the public enterprises them. Their own mismanagement. Then at this other side, you get the ministry department and agencies them, the MDs, or the ministry and department. Yes, agencies supposed for the day. Instead they now the other side, the other column. Yeah, let the highlight them for you as they go, so you understand. Then yeah, you get the local council. I hope you are able to highlight them. Oh no, another highlight. But basically, this sire, I don't know if you see the console. This sire, yeah, this sire, let's see if you see the console. Okay, this sire, when you say this LC is now the local council, then this now the total. Now, if you watch the auditor say, then here they are. 2016, 17, 18, 19. Basically, now backlog, then we don't do auditing, but some side day where they not be able for audits, then 10 and day. So then keep them as couriers. So this couriers where they keep so, now in them pool. But the best side for put na inside audit report. So the other thing where they for do, now for make sure they say them put her. But when they put her inside the audit report, then they explain say, now this, now the thing. I bet you, this thing will don't see so back. Then they begin run after the last government than how then they run after this particular government. Let's say something. Unimark, for example, not a Unimark, and it's by Coma University and other people, other universities. Then pressure them, the one conference for pressure them, embarrass them. But the government of 2019, we not see anybody where they run after. We all see the press conference where they all for embarrass the last government in the term where it appear, but we not see anything but this government. Let me go now. So we get for expect say with the student things they are back. Like I explain you. Under the public enterprises then, in 2016, the outstanding thing where they been doing, calculate this so, now about 160,960,000 leons. Now are the outstanding where they not be able to account for. That are public enterprises, they're not a one. That now inside 2016 under the last regime. Yeah. So inside 2017, we get about 10 billion and 3 million when inside 2017. This again now inside the last government. So if you work on the math seriously, we will talk about 10 billion 160 million 965,000, something like that approximately, where we get inside the last government as a backlog. But for let you confirm what they talk, so let me read what the auditor say. They say this estimated cash losses in the above table include those identified both in the year under review, fiscal year of 2020, and other backlog. You see, backlog audits covering 2016, 17, and 18 and 19 financial years. Nonetheless, the Auditor General's opinion on the accounts of Sierra Leone relates only to issue identified in the audit year of 2020. So basically, that they not talk about again because they don't pass the. So Usai give a summary when I talk about an opinion. Usai is summarize in your words as the boss, waiting in suspect, waiting in notice. Yeah, a focus on basically in the year of 2020. Now let me see 2018 where this government be don't come. Yeah, but then themselves then can get where out and go argue down there out. Inside the 2018, the backlog where this then clear now 16 billion. Inside 2019, the backlog where they compare, yeah, where they waiting. Of course, the backlog now 113. Sorry, now the first one when at 2018 now is 16 billion, and 2019 now 13 billion. Then now in 2020 alone, we get about 113 billion 133 million and 32,000. Leons. Now, in this government use, they're not able to account for at all. Take note. 113 billion. 133 billion. All right? Sorry, let's get some back. 113 billion, 133 million and 32,000 leons. Get it now? All right. So now we move. inside this amount, the total amount we then put all of that in the inside this report is somehow to 153,916,933,928.25 Okay, now this money alone, this 113 billion, it make up of 73% of the total budget, the total amount where they inside when are 153 billion. So the 2020 alone cover 73% of this total amount. You understand what I try for talking? Please hit for the like button and share the program for let other people come and benefit from this. Now, we will go straight. Certain things then the way we would need for talk about, but I want to run down quick one to the issue of caretaker. But before that, let me stop on a real quick one and talk about revenue. Yeah, because the revenue and the public debt, that is back very, very important. But the revenue and public debt, we keep on for other day. Let me go down to caretaker in office, quick one. Caretaker in office, let me go down the quick one and see waiting they for talk about. Let me just see waiting they for talk about. Because this one very, very, nice for talk about. A very nice to talk about. Please, I'll just skip down the other side. The quick one. Yes. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Let's just film now. Let us see the man. The reason why we begin with and today now because now in the first gentleman and now in for leave or stand by for team up triangle one like mountain fat foot. If for team up in terms of doing things for we get the things them right. But in the case of Usai himself don't mistake by certain things them, then we get boku question for ask. Come on. Try come. No, I highlight just that the pages them really boku and not to slide at all. We not make slide like I call Latin day. We don't make slide like how you can say PowerPoint presentation. We're not able to do PowerPoint presentation. But when they go to the page right now, don't pass. Don't pass. Please hold on. I'll just get them back quick one. But in the meantime, enjoy this music. We'll come back just now.
And there must be no sacred cows. So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the world. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach in thee and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. No one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? but they too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer, no work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us so. The people lie to us. The government.
Yes, then people here then fool us, they lie to us, and then betray with trust. They really betray with trust we get. So I the wonder no more now who side we go right now with regards the country, who side we could get up again, whether they can the open leakages, whether they can the open hole. So who side we go now? We really don't know who side we go right now. We really don't know how they go right now. The government, them, oh my God. Then they come today, then talk sweet one. Sweet one. That way it come out to more now. It can't lie. Then at the end of the day, go tell we say, no, not to for say, we know, waiting, no. Just that, when you're out of government, you're not going to understand until you can inside.
Because you're not going to know where they're outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you manifesto things that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle them problems then they.
But even with that, even see them then days and day, they tell we how it gets all the ideas. And he even tell we say he promise total fix. But now, it tell we say, you're not going able to do it inside 3 years. You're not going able to do it inside 4 years. Now, 5 years, you done so. Till now, in fact, the old them way they do the dig, it don't big past Mediterranean. I doubt if not to the one old world problem we they can get to it. Small we country. Small we country. I like this thing here. Because
you're not going to know where they're outside. Now, where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature.
Okay, wait. True, you not be no way you there outside, where they can begin tell we then can create now. You really need for be don't tell we say you not get idea. Because you be don't tell we say you promise we say all things for go on the way I want them.
Because you're not going to know where they're outside. Now where you can't inside, now you know the actual nature, the magnitude, enormity of the problem, and then you
but when you don't can now, you're not able for do nothing. You manifesto they under you they under. Then the life we now say you don't do all waiting there inside manifesto.
You manifesto things that you get for tweak them, adjust them, for make you able to tackle them problems then they.
But say now you're not able for tackle the problem. Waiting at this big problem now. Waiting at this thing we make say now you're not able for tackle the problem them. Now this I not really understand. I not really understand why we still they suffer with regards this particular thing. Yeah? Why we still they suffer? Because from where you come, in fact, now you begin to tell me about all of them things there.
What is now abundantly clear is that the 10 years of APC misrule and economic mismanagement has definitely created considerable suffering for the people of this country. From Kamakwie to Pujehu, from Kono to Freetown, and everywhere, people are suffering under the weight of corruption and the mismanagement of the All People's Congress. I have seen it at first hand, from Falaba to Kenima and from Thailand to Potloko. The people want change. The people are tired of the suffering of paying for a bag of rice at 200,000 from only 60,000 in 2007. The people want democratic change to end their suffering. But what type of change do we want for this great nation? What type of change do we want for the children's future?
As a nation, I want to make you understand one thing. that there is no quick fix to national issues or problems. If we want to bring happiness, it's not going to be in 2 years or 3 years. With COVID, we don't take already 1 year. We know the meet, we know the, as we talk, we go for cover, we know the whole world come to a standstill. But what we don't do is, now forgive hope, say, what we say we go do, we don't start for do a lot of the things there under very difficult circumstances at the time, at this particular point in time.
There you know, eh? Anyway, not to enter the focus for this night, so we go take them off the hook again and go to waiting we've been used for do. Yeah, we just want for let you waiting you say compared to waiting it they do. Let you see say them people are they lied to us, them failed us, them betray us. True. Now let me go back and see the report will be the watch just now. Now, Office of the President, yeah, caretaker being office inside 2020. Look at this thing, yeah. Then say oversee impressed not appropriately retired. Where then they say impressed, basically now that money where then they give you where you want for travel, yeah. Like for example, you want pay transport, the money where you for use for lodging, the money where you for use for other things. Then that money that you pocket money, you pay them all thing a day inside that 1 day. Yeah, so now they say impress. So then say if you take impress for unage for travel and for make waiting request for impress. Yeah, now that money they waiting the travel the cover. That money they how una go spend them. Now you get for come back and can explain how una use them. Waiting and waiting now the things them where they inside the spending. Yeah, if una not use all the money, una return some and una give the receipt say now this will spend oh, this will not able for waiting and una put all inside documents. We will be the work na them organization the way they get anything and they you get for do all them things and allow go something. Then say appropriate retirement details were not provided for payment with regards to $135,000. That $135,000 then approximately 140 million. 135. No. 1,035,000,000 something like that. I hope I get it right. I know sabi the conversion anyway. But I can help you better than the description box. But basically, this is not the money. Then say an equivalent. Okay, they are already. So 1,327,758,000. Now they are sorry. Thank you very much. They are already. Yeah. Then say made for various overseas travel by HE. HE. HE, he, eh? This will talk about caretaker. HE caretaker. The HE, the president, and the oh my God, wait to make oh my God. You see the money, eh? All right, flag it and back. Then say for the waka then the overseas pass where they can pass. Fatima and caretaker bio, they're not able for accounts. They're not able for give correct retirement. That means they're not able for account proper one. They're not able for explain proper one how they use the couple for the overseas pass. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue for fly. You understand it? Audit report say they're not able for explain how they use their money. Then last year, we not come to this. So last year, you know what in talk. How when they go to the airport, then can give token. Then small couple then the way they can give to them policeman them, then can give to this for as way for just give them token. Caretaker, you talk about token. Where in any government official, where then they pay from the consolidated fund, you not get right for take money from the consolidated fund and get them back. You say they get token. But the caretaker, now they tell we say he give token. That was in 2019. 2019 report. All right. Let us look. I think it go fine for let us look at this one now and compare to waiting a loss. But we go to that and the back just now. yeah, in 2019. Now, then say ENWF no able to explain how they spend over 1,327,758,800 leons for the different waka then oversee. Ladies and gentlemen, we dey continue for fly. Then they fly the money. All right. Then say we recommended that the state chief of protocol should provide the necessary retirement. Otherwise, the said payment will be disallowed and surcharge. So then they ask now say let them give. Not that then they say then they take and say they not use them. Then they take and say then kind where then they are then go spend they not use them at all. So say they don't go keep panning for count them. You understand? Good. So now let me go to waiting then say. That way right at the office. Yeah? Waiting and say. Let me make you see their own side, please. Their official response. Waiting and say. Then say the secretary to the president in his response said this office believes that the money in question, that is the $135,000 provided as impressed for HE for His Excellency the President and First Lady was utilized for that purpose. Retirement details in respect of impress paid to HE the President will however henceforth be obtained in accordance with the Public Financial Management Act of 2016. This now waiting and say. Basically, then the try for talk say the couple we then they talk about this $35,000 caretaker anywhere, then indeed go time and then go use them. Yeah, and so then go try for make sure say they give the kind they explain how they supposed for explain. Sorry. So then we explain and then we're able to make the retirement in accordance to this particular Public Financial Management Act of 2016. All right, so now they don't respond. Let me see. In other words, now this number they talk, they not even tell we say, no, they don't look the receipts there. Or no, we don't get the receipts, just that to not be able to make up. In fact, then they try to hide BM blankets now for talk say, according to this, then get method with them for retired and they explain to we how to use the money. Also wanna keep am, wanna show we. Let we continue. Well, no, yeah, waiting the auditor inside in your comment, waiting he say. Auditor General Lara, waiting he say. He say the necessary original as per the auditee retirement detail were made available during the audit verification process. Following detailed verification, inspection, and other standard audit checks, including checks with third party where applicable and possible, we concluded that, hey God, me I not read that too, so we all read them for the very first time. For the very first time, we all read them. Let's take this first before I go. Auditor say, hey God. According to the person, the auditee, the way they go audit here, and they're able to verify the process. Then notice this particular thing. Then find out, say, they watch certain, they look certain things them where they feel applicable for let they look into. When they don't watch all waiting, they don't tell them. They don't look all the documents where they don't explain to them. They don't watch the laws them all. Then reach to a conclusion. Now the auditor say they reach to this conclusion. Low watch by waiting and say. This is not the caretaker in office we dey talk about too. Then say number one. La highlight and please no go step by step. Number one. Then say the sum of $110,000 or 1,080,504 so and so. Yeah? Then say should be refunded by the payee. Yeah. that is State Chief of Protocol and personal assistant to the First Lady. Hey God again, hey God. First Lady again. So listen, audit, waiting auditor say. He say, let's take a small, low go small, low no rush. Low no rush. Listen this one again. Then say, the sum of $110,000, or if you convert them, you say 1,080,504,300. Then for make sure say they return them back. The one we take them. That are the State Chief of Protocol and the personal assistant to the First Lady. Then for return that money they back. Because what happen? As the retirement receipt, we are mad by discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. Understand? Listen. Then say that money, that couple, they that over 1 billion, 80 million. Yeah? That over 1 billion, 80 million, whatever how you call her no more now. The First Lady in office, the State Chief of Protocol, SP, and the assistant, the personal assistant to the First Lady, then for make sure say they return that couple they back because of what they make the receipt where they give. They just go take all kind Jack and Jill receipts and count them. In fact, the discrepancy, inaccuracy, that means a discrepancy. You put this figure here, the way you can run in a different figure. Where go under the couple, sometimes the couple we then take with the one where they report for, it not match at all. They're not the figures then where they give them the couple then give them not match. So the receipt then just go make any kind Jack and Jill receipt. They say una look receipt, una check them. So it not accurate at all. It not in place at all. In inconsistency, when you say basically, when you say consistency, when you say now this you do, now you do. When you say consistency with the music, with the beat, that means say how the beats go, the dance according to the beats, But in this case, when the beats they go 10, in the go so. In your own side, inconsistent, it not match at all. So when you talk about 1 billion, then they talk about this figure now also. When they talk about this, then they explain about other. Then people are they're not shinka. They really come for shinka. So we don't check number, I beg, just relax small bit and there. Just the tell you small about the audit report. Relax small bit, let we rest. Let we enjoy the audit report. All the things check number in the talk. When them be then they cause some, then they tell all kind of what. Now this auditor don't it. So now they notice say most of the things that we check number the talk is correct. And what they can see in the auditor report, it not too far. So now they don't feel say the auditor, now the chief supplier to Chernobyl and the African Express. So now it don't get this combo now we don't get to. You don't understand eh? Let's look at this other one. They say the receipts provided have also been disputed by the concerned third party. You know what that they mean? In other words, if me go buy something, then I buy something, I buy to Baibure. But the amount to I buy to Baibure they sell them 5,000 leons. Baibure don't give me in own receipt of 5,000. Now, me one for can claim say, I buy them 100,000. So what I do? I go na corner, I go make me own receipt of 100,000. Then I present them to the auditor, say, I buy this thing 100,000. Now the auditor, they not get one work for just watch and just say, okay, don't give me receipt. Then take this receipt, then can go to Baibure. They make them find one like Baibure. Then Baibure say, not all this receipt I give. Look me own receipt one I give. So you see, a difference. So in other words, then people here for the First Lady, the State Chief Protocol, and the personal assistant of the First Lady, then fraud the states. They lie under oath. They lie say this name they use and waiting and cow it's not two different things. They even lie on the third party. When they say third party, now the one where they buy and to where they get the receipts for. And not necessarily it means in a bio, but sometimes then go take. If you ever check nobody, they talk about fake receipts of hotel and other side them. Good. So now something like this. So then the lie say then spend this amount for receipts now per hotel business or other side, whereas not to that amount say then they spend at all. That is why you see every time then they travel, every time because the kickback where then they get. The kickback where then they get. And let me look. Waiting the SLPP talk but kickback inside the manifesto. Then say Corruption in public and private life in Sierra Leone, that's not the tell them be one power in Sierra Leone includes, but not limited to bribery, embezzlement, the mismanagement, procurement, irregularities. Remember, irregularities, that is why I said we get for the compare, waiting and talk and waiting and do. Conferring unlawful or wrongful advantages, nepotism and favoritism. Yeah, they say this unusual manifested in the inflation of government contract. You get that? Inflation, government contract. This is not just contract now. You talk about the money when they give themselves in a pocket money. When I go spend them, but when I spend them, what when I spend, I can't explain to you. Then they get inflation. Yeah, then say in return for kickback, you see what they talk, difference in receipt, all land in a kickback. Some well, kickback basically now where then they get arrangements, but in this case, they not make any arrangement to. Then just they do what they want for do, and then they say they don't get big full. Where then they can pass them. Now make these secrets online the Auditor General we don't see, then we don't know say the Auditor General don't prepare. Now make they're late. They're late. Then they look for ways how for encombo by the Auditor General, but they're late. By the time out, then they waiting, they don't print all this done. So for go spend back for print it, get for take time, then get for take next year, then the printer no more. And people end up eagerly wait for this. So now I don't come on, I do no way, no day for it. Then say bid rigging, waiting conclusive tenders here for public, collusive tenders for public contract examination, malpractice, corporate. All of it in the falsification of account. Listen this, so falsification of account and certificate stealing by public fund and perversion of waiting. You see, no look at the falsification of account and certificate stealing. In other words, then they make false things. They forget account, false account, this and that. All of them things that they come. Now all of them they waiting and preach against them, then they come and talk back. Now caretaker Bill say in a manifesto, all the way to he talk, he don't do all and he don't do more. Yes, not true. He don't do all of them things their way accuse the last government for. Yeah, and they don't do more. The more now like this thing where they don't do so right now as we dey talk. Let's go to the number 2. Let's go to the number 2. Waiting the Auditor General conclude. Yeah, let's take a one again. Let's go. Then say further investigation to be carried on the transaction on PV number dash 883325 of 10th March 2020 for an amount of $25,000, or what you could say $243,254,500. The retirement receipt is marred again by discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. Now, basically, this caretaker and wealth, even when they say it don't account for them, you know what they tell for talking. When the caretaker basically explains certain things and say, when they talk about say they don't spend money, when they talk basically say it don't human don't spend money, all man they talk this, all man they talk that, it don't account for them. Yeah? Now listen this one quick when they come back just now.
I know one day will not see me they defend anybody because they say corrupt. But at the same time, we're not going to use corruption charges now for also smear the character of very good people. We don't make your mark in the world. But I not even remember on any occasion, because if you say somebody, my office, they don't accuse me for corruption. Me, I not they respond to frivolous claims there. If you not bring the proof, say, Mother Bio take salon money, you go put in a pocket, you go do this, you go do that. And now they even respond. Now that make one like say another talk, because for me, now a waste of time. So why I take issue with this? Because when you sit on a national radio and make that sort of say me don't defend, which is not correct, I think say we need to set the record straight.
As we set the record straight, now let me go to some reports where some local organization and do. Also, they say your office of the Chief Minister, Parliament, and Office of the First Lady, according to the Africanist press, all day in corruption practice. Where they see the allegation and they, as president, who said they accuse a whole presidency with documents on all over social media. How you can take her first of all?
Well, now they mistake this way when I can do, all they do. And I don't listen to this station severally. I spend my office to spend money. They're not missing a corruption. If I spend 10 billion, they're not missing a corruption. the most important thing is I follow the procedure for make sure say my office we get for us if my office follow the procedure forget the money where they spend the money they account for them and waiting a use of the office or anybody where they say they're accused of corruption whether they use the money for the purpose for which they say if all of them they know because they say the office of the president use 10 billion for we because of the money in himself if here for 10 billion than a $1 million. But if you go elsewhere, you go see say me if I dey travel today, not to my responsibility for buy me ticket or for get me plane or for spend. I not get that money sir, for travel that way. Me na head of state of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The state they responsible for me travel and me stay where they go. So when they say, for instance, the first lady in office spend whatever billions, the other question for be, who side is spending? Now clothes you go buy, now house you go buy, now hotel you go buy, No, he spend them per with picking at this country, and he don't account for them.
So now we don't get a joke. Caretaker bio, they lie like fish. Honestly, they lie per we. It come out publicly for can lie to the people of the country. True, and not get no way for get money, now the government money it get for use. True, it use the right procedure for let them get the money. But the problem now, we not lie, it use the right procedure for get the money. But the problem now, it not able for account for this money where they get. And in this case, caretaker bio tell we say they don't account for them. When they talk say he use 10 billion, this not the problem where it even get with plenty people there. Because for as far as it concern na flavors, now just mere allegation and they make to them about them. But now in the case of this one, listen this back again. Please listen to this part.
I spend my office to spend money. They're not missing a corruption. If I spend 10 billion, they're not missing a corruption. The most important thing is I follow the procedure for make sure say my office we get for us if my office follow the procedure forget the money where they spend the money they account for them.
This is not the big question now where with the answer, and this is not the question where the audit report insert don't answer in this case. The audit report tell we say this now in where they travel. So basically when they take money, then they take them together, but then they split them to the all two. So then they use the right channel, the right procedure for take the money, but for return the money back. Now they the fraudulent day. How on earth the caretaker in office, the president in office, the fraud receipt, the fraud with the people them, and this now the same president where they tell me about corruption. This now be the same president where we campaign on the fight against corruption. This now the same president where they tell we say the time where the APC be then a power, then drown the country in corruption. But yet still, when it come in your wave and incessive, then mix pan corruption business. Then they take with couple, go with them. When for come back for let them account, they're not able. Look at this part we then say. Yeah. We don't talk about this, yeah? Let me see another part where they talk about this overseas traveling expenses to Lebanon, yeah? This all, I will continue for the play this thing, let you listen what the audit report say, compared to waiting in the talk. Waiting caretaker, me uncle and things they talk. Hit for the like button first before we continue. The program you watch right now, this program now we had, and my name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Please, if you watch it right now on YouTube, hit for the like button. If you're new to this channel, you not subscribe it, please make sure say you hit for the subscribe button. 90% of what we talk about right now, what we talk about now this particular channel, get for do with the government, waiting and they do where they make with country not they grow. But 10% get for do with the opposition and any other business. And then please share our program, yeah, so other people go know. Comment and like. The more you comment, the more you like, the more other people are able to discover them. And one important part again now where you share this particular program, yeah? Thank you very much. This is my channel. We are on YouTube and Facebook. One more time. My name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. I get me brother, we na Bible. Bible, unfortunately, be one for joining me again today, but still it cough small bit. So enough for being to get the strength. So I saw you for and say, okay, please no rest, and then you will try for join me in another edition. Yeah. So Bible don't they try for recover, but just that it gets small more thing for adjust itself on. All right, so hit for the like button, please, if you appreciate the information and how will they pass them over to you. How will they break and down? Because somebody say, the report don't come and say, yes, I say, okay, last sentence. So you say, no, you know more. I'm not going for read that long thing in the but wait for one I can and read them and explain. So now that's exactly what we do so right now for make we broke and down for let you self understand. So if you appreciate the effort, we get 237 likes on YouTube. Please give it 300 likes out of 566 people where they watch you right now. On Facebook, we get about 252 people where they watch me right now as we talk. And then we get about, let me see how many comments and we get, how many likes. We got about 224. Please, thank you very much. Top them up for me right now. And thank you to all the one them who don't share this program. Let we go. Well, now let we go. Bend down low. GZ, yeah. Okay, overseas traveling, expenses to Lebanon. China Baby don't take me through them thing there. And I will repeat, this is now one of the things we make Auditor General inside BB Combo right now. Because they wonder, China Baby, who's kind which way you get back for able to forget all team of government. They don't do sack people there for this China Baby and the African Express. They don't sack all people there will not get nothing for do this. Then if you say they sack them people and they nothing not go be for China. But interestingly, China, it get the caterpillar for dig any kind block with them put to the block and go inside it. Forget what he wants. Yeah? La Congo Satona. La tell you something. Who say check nobody pull information. Check nobody a rich man. And they pull information. Okay, let me move. We're going now to the Lebanon. This all talked about Lebanon issue. I think this Lebanon issue, we will do something on this Lebanon issue again, where it go find for we talk about this Lebanon issue. This Lebanon issue, you go find for you hear again how they may do certain things then with regards this Lebanon. This Lebanon, now the other big thing than the other big thing. Yeah? Big thing. We need to find them. We really need to find that Lebanon thing there for let you know waiting them been say. Waiting them be say concerning this Lebanon business. We need to find them. I need to bring that particular thing they come to you. Because anything where we talk, one after the other, teacher Kushema, I do ma, and so they pass on to you. Small. Lebanon. One time in the way caretaker building they try to explain about different things then. We will come to that in the gist no, yeah. But in the absence of that, we will come to that. We will see them. Yeah. Let me go now to this thing I will be try to talk about. The overseas travel. That highlights for you ladies see. Number one, then say overseas traveling expenses to Lebanon. That one just not Lebanon not been there though. Then say the circumstances that led to the selection of the company, a wholesaler and general distributor of pharmaceutical, toiletries, household goods, and chemists to provide private jet service is unclear. I don't understand, man. Let's take them back. The circumstance that led to the selection of the company, a wholesaler, a general distributor, a pharmaceutical, toiletries, household goods, and chemist to provide private jet service is unclear. That is to say, if they ask question now, in other words, then create can say, it's just the lady foundation, let you find the way. That means, say, how comes this company, when a dealer, when a pharmaceutical company where they in charge of medicine business, where they in charge of toilet business, then thing that they use inside toilet, yeah. Then household things, then things that they put na house, yeah. And where they in charge of chemists, there other things that inside pharmacy business. How comes them provide private jet service to the caretaker? That's not clear to them. You do understand the joke? Let's go again, the second part. It say original and true copy of receipt to support total payment of 156,113.93 for hotel accommodation and medical treatment was not submitted for audit inspection. You get the joke? Then say for hotel and medical, then spend $156,113 for hotel and medical treatment. That's where they go. Then say, hey, the caretaker, he go do a medical treatment now overseas. Now Lebanon, now they go do in treatment. Then say, they're not able for submit the document, the original document, for sure say this now we use for the hotel accommodation. The USA we tap na the hotel. They're not able for sure say this na the medical waiting will put together for go the medical. Nothing they're not able for submit. No medical thing or hotel accommodation. You understand? The caretaker, listen Abako, then take $156,113.73. Then say then take that couple day for let them go tap na hotel, you know, the tell them go na Lebanon for this medical treatment, but they're not able for and give the audit for let them inspect that particular document day, the hotel accommodation receipt and all thing, you know, and the medical report and they're not give none, they're not give to none, let them watch them. You do understand, eh? Now the caretaker now they talk about soon. The way they crusade, where they lead the crusade for the fight against corruption, how they talk about soon. Let me look this other part. Then say, oh, Salon, we are the sorry. Look at this other part. Let's highlight here again. Then say, traveling officers were paid excess daily subsistence allowances. Through the African Express, you will hear one particular name where they always can take money. This nine don't can take today. This nine can take. This nine that comment will be on that time. This take 150 million. It's send and down to this way take 50 million. From 50 million, it's send and go to a web. It take $132,000. From $132,000, the caretaker can down. It take $156,000. Remember that day? Okay. So now then say the traveling officers them people are waking fala them, waking they behind them, then battle boy them. Then say them pay them plenty pass waiting them forget. The DSA where they give them that couple where they can give them for letting they able for adjust themselves, let them take care of themselves, we get for do with the feeding, accommodation, that money where they can give them say this now na DSA now na for go use one na the go so yeah for na eat and other small things them. That money they wait for give them, then pass the amount where they normally supposed for take. For example, then forgive them 1,000 per day. Then pass that amount, say far away. Then say excess daily subsistence allowance. Totaling, listen the total way they give them. Then give them 7,404. And then give $564 was unpaid. DSA. You understand? This is not the amount we then give them. Sorry, not to underpaid. So basically, then give them this amount where then supposed to get this certain amount. This 564 now underpaid DSA. So in other words, the $564 where they say underpaid, that in not reach, then pay them below. Yeah, but now then pay the excessive of this 7,400 and waiting. You see the two scale, then pay either the pay bomber, then pay either the small. The level no they go no level. Let's go to the other part. This now all waiting the Auditor General find out from the Lebanon trip. From the Lebanon trip, now this normal, then we not go to other party too. Let's read this part. It says, of the funds provided to cover the cost and medical bill for the president and subsistence allowances, payments totaling 73,416. Listen, oh, the couple where this man take. Now we dey talk about money with medical system. They rubbish every day. They go down. People then they die at the hospital. Pikin then they die. Woman then they go for born. Then they suffer at the hospital. Cottage they go every day bad to worst. Listen wetin the caretaker take for go. Inside 2000, inside this trip number for a medical bill. For a medical bill. No more than in talk a medical bill and other subsistence allowance them, other things the way they give them. Then say payment, the payment where it take no more. Now $73,416 was made to cover the cost of accommodation for 8 traveling officers. So listen, this now the amount where they give out of this money where we talk about just now, that's 7,404 for just 8 people them we go. 8 people them we go to caretaker 8. Then give them $73,416. Even though full DSA, which amounted to 75,800. You see, can I tell you something? Let me clear you understand this. Now, remember where the auditor say, then give them more than waiting and forgetting. In terms of the DSA, then give them plenty. Now, listen this one. Then say, then give them first the payment. Then give them another payment of, apart from the DSA where in make up of 75,852. Then give them other couple of 73,416 to 8 traveling officers then. Even though full DSAs, which amounted to 75,852 to cover such cost had been paid to them. So even though them we don't pay them, this one when at the DSA, where they class as DSA as $75,852, they as well add other 73,469. You don't see what to make them but they are so Kintawa say any side the caretaker go the day. Now this after we tell you say the pauper concept now for protect mother bill only because mother bill they dance to them dirty rubbish tune them. So then this na them bobo them no more follow them. The keke toma, the other one them all. We always you see that where keke where them become out oh man, this I need for fenam. I don't need for explain. Certain things then the way we need for know. Please, permit me for listening this one back here and then we come back just now.
I know one day will not see me they defend anybody because they say corrupt. But at the same time, we're not going to use corruption charges now for also smear the character of very good people. We don't make them your mark in the world. But I not even remember on any occasion, because if you say somebody, my office, they don't accuse me for corruption. Me, I not they respond to frivolous claims there. If you not bring the proof, say, Mother you take salon money, you go put it in pocket, you go do this, you go do that. And now they even respond. Now that make when I can say another talk because for me now a waste of time. So why I take issue with this? Because when you sit on a national radio and make that sort of say me don't defend, which is not correct. I think we need to set the record straight. As we set the record straight, now let me go to some reports where some local organization in do. Outside they say your office of the Chief Minister, Parliament, and Office of the First Lady, according to the Africanist press, all day in corruption practice. Where they see the allegation in the as president, who side they accuse a whole presidency with documents on all over social media. How you can take her first of all? Well, now they mistake this way when I can do when all they do. And I don't listen to this station.
We have a serious problem with our economy. And to deal with this problem, we have to introduce some discipline in the way we spend the people's money. First is expenditure control. The APC government has been spending like drunken sailors. This sort of reckless spending on the part of the government has created serious challenges for the people of this country. We have to introduce stringent measures We also have to mobilize domestic revenue. There is excessive expenditure on foreign travels. So a lot of use of foreign exchange on contracts within the country. These are things that we have to stop.
This extension as alone, now we get for change. Nobody not the change economy overnight. And I even talk about traveling. Now you don't talk about traveling, so I will come to that.
Because the allegation where they come out soon at this
There's allegations, but when you watch Gigi Snow, when the kind of bad name will be get around the world, when I asked the ambassador, they almost drove on a meeting na Moscow. Why? Because of the kind of reputation we will contribute on get. If you not send somebody there, you not go there and clear that reputation. Most of what we able to do, not from we national budget, now from outside. If you not go clear there your reputation, then that reputation where the country don't get. We say you go. We always talk about donors and development. But if you get an awful reputation, we say then say you not serious. Now if no more you depend, you know they account for anything. Then you need for clear travel. Now the only country this we say then they ask who say the president they go. All of the meetings they we then say at the travel, and they meet all the other heads of state that day. So when I want make we as a parest, who say we know they go, who say we competent day, we are go Russia. All the 54 heads of state were there. We are go China, they were all there. We are go Shogun, when at the Commonwealth, they were all there. So how now make we be part of the international community without we not go there? I have to be there. And I mean, I'm the only one where they travel inside passenger plane. Now West Africa, yeah, maybe me and Liberia. All the other one they get in plane because of the same sort of attitude we get towards enough for travel. I not like for travel, I not like for claiming that plane. But I take this responsibility, and traveling a part of that responsibility. And so that comparison.
Okay, so yes, traveling a part of the responsibility, but in this case, they travel and damage the country. It say they go clear the image of the country, but the kind that's where they left for with the kind money where they use and people them. They don't do now for they able for do something serious one inside the country. Now we don't see the things that what they try for talk about. Let's see again. Then say after where they don't take this money, they don't add more for them people where then to go with. Yeah, it say to cover such costs had been paid to them. Then we don't pay all them money and say this is not evidence of the double dipping. You see the double dipping. That's and they pay them 2 times for the same thing and they take 2 times couple. Now it make them people every day. Then they glad for travel in the name of go and clear the name of the image of the country. Every day then they declare the image of the country. Every day then they cover the image of the country. Every day. But the kind problem, the kind debt, now I made the economy not agree for move before at all. Let us continue for watch. Sorry. Then say, we recommend that the principal assistant to the secretary to the president, in collaboration with the state chief of protocol and the accountant, should provide explanation supported by documentary evidence the circumstances that led to the selection of the company to provide private jet service. They should also ensure that original, remember what the caretaker say, now the only person where the travel inside waiting, but you see, it use a medicine company all for provide, and they make something for the medicine company provide jets for them. Fraud! This guy is fraud. A real fraud. Anyway, yeah, let's continue for it. Then also ensure the original of receipts for hotel accommodation and medical treatment are provided for audit inspection. You see, the time where them be go na Lebanon, State House said the caretaker go for medical treatment. Zook, now you have come out. It come out behind the all, it kanda den na dem belle, give them serious kanda belle. Now he say, me and my man will enjoy honeymoon. Game close. Game close. You understand? As then don't lie pa we say the man go pa waiting now that make that see Prince Adding be the dead like small bubble where they bounce like with in gig. Now airport he dance. because they know wetin dem don do. In wealth come out after wey status don lie, whether na God comot before and can't man before and behind am, let everybody expose am, let he expose himself. A man and the government don say a man go for medical reason, then in cut out and say me and my man dey enjoy honeymoon. Possibly go for medical checkup. Then come back and say the caretaker get right for do anything in private time. But now the caretaker not able for provide receipt of the hotel because now they're afraid when they don't cook with the first lady don't cook with in terms of receipt. Now a man afraid for provide receipt. They're not able to provide receipt of almost and go spend. They're not able to provide the medical supporting document of almost and go spend and whose hospital where they go do the medical. This now we caretaker who they talk about. The first gentleman, the first not able for open up. It talk about corruption. Every day they sing about corruption, but yet still not able. Let's listen again. They say in addition, the excess they say paid should be recovered and refunded into this consolidated fund. That money where they talk about. That's $75,000. That's $73,000. Yeah, where they add, but that's $75,000 where they already be don't give them as the legal business na the 75, but they add other 73. So that money they then say then for return and back into. Remember, bank governor on other thief man that one day. He said he bribed $63 million for let them go get the loans back. Now I made them grip the loans them. He see don't like small boy. This man, the thief, just the take 50 fata I want for take. He not able for control the safe, the consolidated fund. You not able for control the bank account. You know, the accountant general, they all done team up for fraud the state. Let God bless the auditor general. Then say, and they say of the $564 be paid to the underpaid concern. So you see what thing with the talk, some then they will then pay them more. Then some then they way sometimes they genuine for work in the interest of the country, then pay them less. Then the one they way na party bobo them, when na party boys them, the keketom and all, then pay them more. You do understand? Maybe you miss something. Maybe you miss something. Let get you this thing back. Let get you this thing back and explain to you this fine. Then say, then get discrepancies with regards how then they pay them people there. You understand? Some people them they where then they pay more. And some then they where they pay less, even though na the same travel then they go do. Even though na the same travel, look at it now. Then say officers we are paid excess daily subsistence allowance, totaling la highlight them for you see. Totaling 7,404 and 564 was underpaid. You understand? So then get some when are the young bobo them, then they pay them more than waiting and forget. Then the one the way they work, they genuinely, then they pay them less. But now they all they go the same way. Remember waiting China Babi say then there, even officers them of the same cadre, when they say grade 20, then get the one them where they pay more, then get the one where they underpay. Now in the exhibits, this now the highest office now the land, now do this thing so. The president in office working say the caretaker. So now the auditor say them for pay back them people in day where them pay less, then for pay them back. Yeah? Then for make sure say them pay them and they say of $564 be paid to the underpaid concerned. That's the one way them don't pay less. The auditor they recommend say them for pay them back. And the one way them don't overpay, then for return back the money to the consolidated fund. You understand? So now we go to the another one. And the 70% of the entitled DSA totaling 75,852 paid to the 8th traveling officer be recovered and refunded refunded into the waiting. So now remember they supposed to get 73,000, yeah, but then pay them another extra 75,000. So now the auditor they say that kind of money they then for return and back to the consolidated fund. This are the office of the president when they talk about. Every day we go to take this step by step. Because I'll tell you something. when they know see these audit reports don't come, every day then go to cause problem. For let we be distracted, forget about the audit report and go to their own thing. Because any day, when then they create something for make sure say then divert your attention. That is why we deal with family issue this afternoon and then we come to them because we want focus on them. We need for explain, even if we not get the professionalism, but we go attempt for make you understand what thing then they try for put. For some of we not to get the time for read because of busy schedule. But right now you go to listen while you do other thing. So we don't stand in for make everybody understand what in the inside this particular thing. So if you buy the idea and you like what we do, you feel say we for actually continue with then kind big work there. So please make sure say you hit for we the like button. For sure say you appreciate the work where we do. We get 624 with the watch. We get 307 likes. Please give me 200 more likes, so give me 500 likes please on YouTube, and on Facebook we get about 275 watching, and then we get 271. Thank you very much. Una they do very good job. Thank you very much. All right, so we move. Let me see now waiting then say now the office. Yeah, then they can't defend now. Honestly, I'm not been doing this report. I say we all carry them together. So nobody no go take we like we say we know that all thing I go surprise and so self go surprise. So let's begin take the official response. That's waiting the office of the presidency. Yeah. Please, if you appreciate the information or the way how they try for breakdown now, for let with people they understand, please hit for the like button, yeah, and share this program, please. Now we go. Then say the state protocol in his response said, please be informed that the choice of the company was done through the office of the state chief of protocol, the scope, after consultation with His Excellency the President. Whoa. Now the scope now in choose the company way for provide the medical for him. Yeah, the scope now choose the office, and then he ask the caretaker say, okay, go ahead, and then I no more. Then say it should be noted that the security, Papa God, all time now this word then they use the security of the caretaker for lay no exposed, so they no go do bidding. So now then just the singular then the taker, okay, he go agree. We agree because for the security sake we agree, but the problem now where the document them. We agree say for security reason, then can just do close bidding, just select one company we go provide for them, waiting again for provide for security. We agree. That is not a problem. Me I take them. If anyone not take them, me I take. But let's continue. Then say it should be noted that the security of the president should not be compromised in making such a decision. Thus, searching for any available aircraft is not an option. Agree. Me agree. I take that. But let's continue. I must see the reggae inside this. Auditor General must come back and say, because what me all now, the receipt we am. We agree. But with the receipt. Then say, regarding the payment of DSA above the normal rate, please see a minute in respect of an appeal for additional fund to be made available to the delegates given the expensive rate of hotel accommodations in Lebanon at that time. The circumstance at that time also warranted the office to be in the same hotel with the president. Yay! We don't have a problem with that. Where the receipt? Where the receipt? Then say the observation that has to do with a refund of $564 to a certain officer is not clear to this office. What do you not understand? You don't pay some people more, you pay some less. Now then they recommend say, now they all go the same way, the same travel and then travel. Why you for pay this? You pay Peter less, you pay Jack more. Okay, now they all go do the same work. Pay the all equal one. Either you pay more, please read this in. So wait, for say hotel na Lebanon, it's different from for certain people them. or class A hotel them, then put some the most expensive hotel, they add more money, but some then they reduce the money and put in any kind of hotel. We country. Let we go. No go. We therefore can take few calls from una for know what una think in 1 minute about this thing. Caretaker BO say then do this for security reason. Me agree. But the question we may ask, where they receipt them? Now my question. Let's take this last one. It is difficult to understand the appreciation. It is difficult to understand and appreciate the fact that money spent by the president on his officers would be regarded as double dipping, since the official did not put in request for this. You understand the thing now? Now all you saw the problem there. Then say they're not able to understand why audit for saying that double dipping. Now double dipping, number one, una pay some more than how them for pay, they una pay some small. Then number two, now not able to provide the I call a double standard. Double dipping, eh? Then let me continue. It said because now the office of the caretaker, now they make the request. And that the money was given voluntarily by the president. Yeah? The president and just decide for giving that money there. So they're not for pay for them back. Now relax. Then say this gesture is common with every president from time immemorial. This is not the thing. You tell me about fighting corruption, but yet still, all tell na make reference to time immemorial. All tell na make reference to how don't come. So what's not the fight against corruption now? If we for live by the system we don't use for live, say, who side the entire count are there for it? Why una they crusade the fight against corruption? Let us continue. Yeah, in time immemorial. Let's say this is also a common practice between senior officers and their junior across all ministries, departments, and agencies. You see the madness? You see the madness? These guys don't tell me about corruption, but yet still they say a common thing down there. So for the continue with them. No wonder anti-corruption say parliament no understand. Apart from that, na systemic problem. So then for left them free. So but then get certain people them where they even the charge Samura for even where they say deceiving the principal. For just say you not tell the principal the right thing. They say we lost this amount. But now when they talk about giving extra amount of monies, then that is not a loss to the country. Instead, you defend them. You get the deal? So the law or the corruption law, they for certain people, but for some people, above case. Lawyer, waiting the auditor say. Lawyer, waiting the auditor say. Then say, we noted management response regarding the circumstance that led to the selection of the company to provide private jet service. Me agree. I don't know what the audit say. They say in the absence of a clear and detailed procurement process, we conclude that it's reasonable to inquire why a company whose main business is wholesale of pharmaceutical, toiletries, household goods and chemists was selected to provide private jet hiring service. We therefore conclude that this matter remains unsettled. Oh, audit. So it's also audit there only. In as much as then they do one for security reasons, they still ask, okay, we agree. But why now wholesale of pharmaceutical, toiletry, household goods, and pharmacy and chemist? Why na him una select for provide private jet service to we caretaker? Anyway, now so una say, we take and so we just take and say from we not agree with the explanation. That's not settled. That's what the auditor say. So this, then take and say na fitiai. Na fitiai. Why we for the allow this woman for the do that kind of thing they are? We for pull her at the place and let we put who that going for understand we. Remember what thing caretaker say? Caretaker say he always they work with somebody where go able for understand them better. Whether they understand them better, na him in the work with. So what thing he do? He decide for change the reason of different things them. Yeah. Let me watch this thing. Let's watch this thing quick and understand something quick. When they come back, just now.
The audit service is one of the most respected state institutions in Sierra Leone. And you have said that it's their responsibility to hold your government accountable as much as the law allows them to. Do you feel sorry for the Auditor General for what she seems to be going through, which some say is harassment, for doing a good job, auditing your system?
Do you also pity me or my wife when they talk about her?
The audit service, you mean? Talk about you and your wife?
No.
Well, I'm specific in terms of the audit.
You're talking
General.
about her now. You
Yeah.
seem to be concerned about her. But you know what has been said about my person, my wife, and all of these people sitting here?
Maybe you are politicians, she is not.
Public officer. She is a public. When you step into that space, there is no more fence. You are open. They say everything and anything about you. You think my intervention is going to stop? They are telling me I'm a thief, I'm not this, and she cries and that. I say, I've been called worse names than that. But nobody called me to come here. I chose to come here. If you can't stand the heat, don't go to the kitchen.
Sorry, this will be the response of the caretaker with regards the Auditor General. We all been doing some of them things there. We continue with more, yeah? Let me look at this other one again. After we don't talk about the company, it says original receipt, all with date in September 2020 to support total payment of $353,481.77, yeah, in dollars for hotel accommodation and medical treatment was presented during the audit verification exercise. You know what it's saying? It says original receipt, all dates in September 2020. All right, let's continue for C. What is saying? Then say in September verification exercise. Okay. Then say we however highlight them here. Let's all they go together. Then say we however concluded that one of the retirement receipts of $53,113.73 for hotel accommodation dated 18th September 2021. What? You understand? You understand what I say? This same thing will happen in 2020. Una listen. Then say, however, then conclude say one of the receipts where then give when about 156,113.17 for the hotel accommodation, it been dated the 18th of September 2021, was marked by discrepancies, inaccuracies, and inconsistencies. It was also disputed by the concerned third party. Oh my God. By the concerned third party, whose records show that the bill remains outstanding in view of such discrepancies and disrepute. My brother and sister, they understand? Now, this $156,113.73, when they say them pay in September 2021, when it happened in 2020, September 2020. Now, they say this receipt not even correct. Yeah, and not correct at all. And when they check with the third party, that the hotel, who side then go say now they then pay for accommodation, the hotel disputes and not agree to that kind of receipt at all. He denied the receipt. He said it was also disputed by the concerned third party. The hotel who side then say then go pay for the receipt. Then say not to receipt. This caretaker and in team then the thief. Then defraud the country. How on earth the caretaker in office defraud receipt like that one day? Then the thief. Then a big wait for where they make we country call. Then the thief, please, it don't eat them when for begin to see the convoy, they work and sit on the Allah. Not just anger no more. We not say now a thief now mean. These guys, then they loot we country in money. How on earth you dey go fraud $156,113,000.73? You lie pan the hotel, usa you go say na then give you receipt, which of course na una make the receipt for una self. This is why Keketoma in the beginning when they want for make like them na then good Holy Spirit. Then begin the talk almost people and they go with usa then they go at one point in time then stop for talk about almost people in the delegation where they go. Then stop. Now, it not only reached to that day, it reached to the point where caretaker in wealth not only the thief money, then in the caretaker in team they fraud receipts. The lie pan. This now, look, for God's sake, look at this thing. We caretaker say it the work at the one wall for clean the image. Look, for example, it go to Japan. Who say then they stop pan for going inside our hotel. He say it clean the image. That in a public disgrace, international disgrace. Whose international disgrace will pass this one? When you the fraud receipt, a whole president, the fraud receipt, then you lie pan company, you allow audit service for go check with the company, the hotel, and then now the hotel say, not so we get a receipt. Whose kind international disgrace will pass that one day? For let you fraud a whole international hotel, then you can't talk now, so you clean the image of the country. Whose kind international embarrassment will pass that one day? Also, we pass this. For let you go now some side, you not pay. Yeah? You come out. Or for go fraud somebody. Also, we pass that. It better later then come meet you and say, please pay me money where you be don't take. Rather than you can say, hey, you now una thief, una go criminal we, una go fraud we receipt. Who's one? Put an alternate scale. We not say corruption waiting, but corruption put in a scale. For go now some side, you not pay. Where in the future somebody else go pay. Then for go fraud somebody, one thing, they say first impression goes a long way. If you go to the hotel, you not pay me, I can manage. Say something, you don't get on that thing, you go pay later, like where he say he go pay. He don't pay. But for God's sake, if you fraud the receipt of an international hotel, that thing they not they ever clear. Because anytime you appear, remember say, nobody no go say, okay, we declare this thing. Even if you clear that day, you pay them off. Still, that stain they don't left. And the people and go always they take we say if the president the fraud receipt, it means say the ordinary people and say the fraud receipt. Who's kind of fraud? Who's kind of international disgrace we pass this? You understand? Look at this thing. They say the third party disputes the concerned third party. They say whose record shows that the bill remains outstanding. So even now, they even fraud the receipt for the hotel. They eat the money or then go keep the money some side. Then fraud the hotel receipt. But this caretaker say they don't pay. But when they check with the company, the hotel, they get outstanding payment. When means say they not pay. So who side this money go? Who side the money go? Who side the money go? This is not the big question now. Who side the money go? Okay, for let you know, say, now something that they try to explain. Please, listen to this when they come back just now.
In Japan, where they send a salon delegation this, they not agree for me we enter the hotel because they say we get debt day. And then I mean the first time we had a good day. Now that I inherit. Where everybody don't go inside, me not be still able because I be needful. Ask me with all my delegation. Pay for the hotel bill where they be done left day, I don't even know which year. Before me they allow for before then they allow me for enter day. Then kind national disgrace then they it don't make salon man don't lost in self-esteem. Today, Sierra Leone is viewed differently around the world.
So now you don't get a joke, Enti? Yeah? That's a national disgrace. Then block them for go inside. But now, not to debt the level. Now, not to just debt the level. Hey, then get outstanding payments. They left debt na Lebanon. Then number 2, then fraud the hotel in receipt. So what they do, then pay for small thing, count the receipt, scan them, make them find one, and can present them to audit service. then flood the hotel and left dirty. So whose kind disgrace way past this one? For let we caretaker in team. For left debt, and then you fraud the company back. So who's one way painful past that day? You not pay the hotel, but at the same time, you can't fraud them back. You can't falsify the receipt. You falsify the receipt. Like I go back to waiting and say about the I column, about the manifesto. Look at this thing here. Look at this. Look at it. Falsification of accounts and certificates, stealing of public funds, and be perversion to justice. This now we can't take they talk about the previous term, not knowing that they can't do the worst. The last government, according to Ram, say left debts. Now Japan, we make them stop them. Now then go Lebanon on a private visit, he left debt, and then he falsify people receipts. We continue. So waiting now this talk about corruption. This talks about corruption, waiting na him where we they talk about so right now. Now let me continue. Then say the matter, let's say, okay, bill remain outstanding. Yeah, let's take you usade exactly. Then say, in view of such discrepancies and disputes, the matter still stand and the amount of $156,113.73 should be refunded by the payee, the state chief of protocol. So now the money they don't return them, they don't share them to themselves. Then now they left debt back na Lebanon. But at the end of the day, they falsify the receipt. Now you see, waiting make the caretaker, they run after the Auditor General. And waiting make is a team up tranga one for letting care and go inside tribunal. You don't see? You see? Let me continue for read. Please, if you appreciate the program, increase the like button for we. Yeah, please, if you not like the program yet for you, we not like it yet, please like the program for we. Yeah, and share. Let me see on Facebook, we get 288 really watch right now. And then we get 319 reaction. Thank you very much. We appreciate Tuna so much. Okay, we move. Let's see what they say again now. Auditor General say, we noted that hospital bills to the value of $170,489.04 we are settled in cash with the hospital in question. The audit concludes that although the amounts had been paid and supporting documents provided in the interest of transparency, good public financing management practice, and exemplary anti-money laundering reason, we are of the opinion that such a settlement should have been done through a bank transfer. Given the level of cash involved, the matter is being highlighted as a reference for future transactions. Thank you. Thank you. But this guy na fraud. All the money, not they do bank transfer, all the money in a hand, not to make in Pekin, get almost $1,000 foreign currencies in hand. And money laundering depend. Then say regarding the overpayment of 7,404 as per diem to officers, management response is noted. However, it fails to clear the matter considering the fact that the cost of accommodation for these officers were covered by the impress. Yes, and not even know that day. The audit concludes that until there is evidence of refund in the consolidated fund, the issue remains unresolved. We take the next one. After this, we carry a from una. Please, 1 minute, no more I give una. I agree with una. 1 minute, because just one small bit from una, no so we get more people for take part. Then say, with regards to per diem of $564 payable to the concerned officers, no evidence of payment was made available for verification. Therefore, the matter remain unresolved. Una pay the people in both. Then say with regards to the payment of accommodation for officers in receipt of full per diem, which is like we don't say just now, when they say per diem, you accommodation all day inside it. But now they say with regards to that one day, which is unusual, meant to cover the cost of accommodation and subsistence. The per diem, like I don't explain to now, the DSA, it cover all things. It cover the feeding, the accommodation, and any other thing. I mean, so for let you add other thing again, it on call for. Then say, for traveling officers, the accommodation element of 70% of per diem is refundable, as the states cannot pay twice for the same transaction. The audit concludes that the sum of $73,416 should be recovered from the affected office and paid back into the consolidated fund, and until full recovery of these funds are made, the issue remain unresolved. So, now they are the stop for today. We will continue the rest in another day. Let's highlight them and talk say now so they start tomorrow. Because plenty things in the but for today. Me people me pambulem, tin don cam. Me people me pambulem, tin don cam. Una we pay for help we self. Na salon, all time we go deep and shame. If na you mix that in now, don't take on day. Me people start. That's how they start tomorrow. Start tomorrow will be the 15th. The 15. Yes. 15. December 20. Okay. Now they start tomorrow. Thank you. Okay. Good. So we start here tomorrow. Okay, so now I think we don't get a summary of waiting the audit report say concerning the office of the caretaker. Tomorrow we get plenty other things them for do with regards to the caretaker. Plenty other things than they. Yeah, you see, plenty other things them. Plenty things than they. Plenty things than they. Yeah, we will continue tomorrow. Please. So I go appreciate if you join me again tomorrow for let we continue with the rest of the audit report for the office of the president. But now I think say we need for go to una now. Let we hear in brief waiting you think about this particular issue. Yeah, we need for go to una for begin hearing now waiting una think about this particular issue. Now that we go on for know now waiting una think. Una need for explain to we waiting una think about this particular issue. We go really glad for hearing from una on waiting una think about this particular issue. So waiting we they can do now, where they can open the phone line for you for let you call now and add a voice inside this particular program. Yeah, you can call and add a voice inside this particular program. But just hold on quick. We come back just now for that we can take calls them inside the program, okay? They can take call them inside the program. But in the meantime, let me relax and listen to this music where then call we. Then call for let we can how the music name? How the music name again? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They lie to us, and people fool us. Hey God, we can listen out to this music here, please. And whilst after the music, we begin take call for let we see waiting they happen, please. So please take notes of the things them where we don't talk about. Take note of all waiting we don't talk about, because it's very, very important for let we discuss. This now we country in business. We for talk because the caretaker and call we say join them in the fight against corruption. So if the caretaker call we in the fight against corruption, we need for join them in the crusade. Yeah? Let we all join them and fight corruption, because if the country go behind, now we all don't go behind. If the country promote, Now we all don't promote. So please, let me take note of the different things.
And there must be no sacred cows. So I encourage all Sierra Leoneans to join me to fight corruption. This is just the beginning.
The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to breathe? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not the corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they go afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie.
Yes, I think the government, they lie, we then betray us, you know. Now, I wonder if we get up against in the country, because everybody, they can talk sweet, but when they go then and give them the power, a completely different thing than they do. All right, we did spend 20 minutes on the calls, and we did give anybody 1 minute, no more for talk. Yeah? So if we watch, we just end this program at exactly 2 hours 30 minutes, and then we're done. Please. So we go now on the line and see if we can get people for add their voice inside the program. We go on the line and see if we can get people for add their voice inside the program. We just take few calls and 1 minute per call. Yeah. Please, if you're not able to take part again, please. But people always they ready for come first by the program. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute for make a point.
Hello, we are on a morning. It's almost 4 a.m. here. I'll be waiting for listening this program. Yeah. Me, I appeal to all the Sierra Leoneans. Let we change. We demand now. Lord, a new thing now in a woman, because 3 women, up to 4 women, then don't show and to we say they can make the country a better place. The example where I want to give, all the flag bearers, the win and man, the waste time for power. None will come against this government. Instead, then they hide under their shoulders. So it's high time, Lord, give chance to woman. Now that's I get for say.
Thank you very much. God bless you. We go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please give you 1 minute.
Good evening. I'm a concerned citizen. I call from Freetown.
Go ahead, please. You get 1 minute.
Mr. Pierre, I really feel so dispirited. I feel so disappointed. Waiting at the hope for we the young one in this country. If the highest office in the land, whether the office of the president, they falsify a document. So waiting again for Chichri. It's so disappointing. I feel so dispirited, so frustrating since I began reading this report this afternoon. So this it clearly the spell say these governments don't fail we successfully. They don't fail we successfully. To be honest with you. So what's me number one tell with people these are the time where we the people of Sierra Leone, young one who aged who we need to get an agenda for pulling people out of power coming 2020.
Thank you very much. Okay, 1 minute per call, please. You can call and add a voice inside the program, yeah? Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from. Please, you get 1 minute for make a point.
Yeah, this not Jerome. I don't miss the sweet parts of the shows there because I can go, but today I get chance. Anyways, let's talk half an hour because I'm not say tomorrow back. I get chance for talk Boku. But you see, all this there we don't explain so. I still talk and say that the parliament, any way to go bad now country today, are they blame parliamentarians? They all are they blame there. Where this arrest, where this police, this brutality, police business, so where who step where they don't take, then none. We just put a number on that parliament today for nothing. But it's high time when 2023 come, law begin first for change the parliamentarian and force. Because if the parliamentarian is not change, the president need waiting for do. The president need change. When they don't ever invite the president na parliament for can ask a question. When they don't ever do that,
they're not going to ever do that, and they're not physically ready for that. Thank you very much. You don't eat 1 minute.
Thank you.
All right, we just get 1 minute for talk about the audit report, the office of the president. The president, the time in the 3 years, they go around and talk, say, the last government put the country pan shame. Now, they say they go in a hotel and not pay. Pastor then go stop them. But now, he don't go, he not pay, but at the same time, falsify receipts, and then the issue don't pay the money. Also, a way disgraceful past that one day. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
Hello?
Please, the background of your set, where you call, make sure say you use the background of your set. If not, we cut the line. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute. You embarrass me bad. It make a shame.
Natif man, definitely he not just born Natif man. I don't know that go the next time the next man with the car we need for check and good. We need for check and good because beyond Natif man definitely that I don't want me to say Natif man.
Now we don't see waiting and they run after the Auditor General. Thank you very much. Let's go on the line. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute. Hello? Please, when you call, make sure you listen to the phone and so we go able to communicate well. We go on the line. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
My name is Malvan and I call from Holland.
Go ahead, please, you get 1 minute.
Know go and say, because if you watch, beaucoup things that would happen in the country, now because of the rules and regulation, what people need to follow. The reason why they need to follow the rules, because when you watch, if you do, you get host. If you host, the landlord die. And then you don't rent the host kit, beaucoup tenants, and then the tenants, they don't pay a lot of money. Something more than 4 years or 2 years or 1 year, the landlord don't collect money. And then new landlord can take over. If new landlord can take over the host, that means say you not gonna say for put money, even the host the policy for renovate, I know get money. So the only side we go get money, either it go lent or go thief. So now they happen inside the country, go people don't understand it like today, what they go on. Now they make prices there, everything they go up because they go and borrow and lend and thief money there.
Thank you.
And that's very bad for the country. And then they push the country for go before.
Thank you very much. We go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Welcome. You listen me now? Yes, please reduce the volume of your background, please.
Oh, I've been listening to you back.
No, listen to me back because you will strain. You will strain for low talk.
No, I don't listen.
Thank you. Go ahead. You get 1 minute, please.
Yeah. My name Mohammed Adams. I call from London.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Now,
this na that post you are sabi.
Right?
Na that post you are sabi.
I use.
Okay. Go ahead. You get 1 minute, please.
Yeah, all caretaker because say law we help and prevent corruption. Now if we catch up corruption, what you go do now?
That is the program we left for tomorrow, blow mind. We dey keep down there specifically for blow mind. We just don't put and down as the topic for tomorrow. But now tomorrow will be heated, discussion for we all. Because Nadami cannot be bothered touch on that day. We dey keep on tomorrow because one count and very big back for people. Please go ahead.
Well, I know my question now because if I me ask you for every offense, then me say can corrupt. Well, I want to know what you for do.
Thank you very much.
All right, then, thank you.
Welcome to the show. Your name and who said the call from. Please, you get 1 minute. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Your name and who said the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
Yeah, Mina Sierra Leone. I call from Freetown.
You get 1 minute, please. Make your point.
Yeah, this is shameful, honestly. And some of we get, inside information. We know saying that this make them in suspend Lara and Tamba. In fact, it's good for the people that know say them in call them to a meeting. We then try for pressure them for change them here. But then stand them ground. And because they stand them ground, that make them suspend them.
So now they the professional misconduct kind side.
Yes, now I make them suspend them because they refuse and stand them ground. And I'm glad the way, even the acting Auditor General, they don't make any foolishness for change anything because, we get the original copy. If they may change anything, the original copy been for Command do, but they don't get chance for do that one.
Interestingly, some of the things themselves where they are African Express, we don't pull on. So that they make them scared more.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Welcome to the show. Your name and who said the call from, please. You get locked for cancer, but they listen to we.
Your name na my name Mr. Cameron. I call from State House.
Go ahead and tell me 1 minute. What's in the happen at State House? You don't hear the corruption.
What did happen at State House? Oh, Papa native man.
Okay.
Oh, Papa I don't blunder. Papa will be the same picky for come off fine. Now in come bad.
Hey God.
So what you got for do now?
Now we go look inside and tomorrow for see what we can do to the new uncle we don't misbehave past all man where sabi.
This thing they pain me.
But me na the disgrace of what this man they talk about. Say in company go left debt, but in now he go left debt, then he come back a falsify receipt. Now fraud, criminal habit. He don't put people international disgrace.
Now be the one after company saying company do money laundering. In now he don't show clear say in I work.
Thank you.
Say he the thief. We ready he sell the company on the street say company I the thief.
Thank you very much. He all a thief. Thief man they all a thief. Who don't know who go believe. Welcome to the show. Your name and who said the call from. Please you get 1 minute.
Them people are not thief man.
Go ahead. Diamond dealer, go ahead. Yeah, now you the on live. You with the Diamond. Go on. We hear you. Okay, sorry. Diamond dealer, don't afraid. It just can't give you no more people active. Man, welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Hello, Semba Pierre. This is not concern the call from Australia.
You the live and concern. You get 1 minute, please. Not enjoy too much because you get 1 minute.
Okay. The audit report we don't come out, but this na bury in a salon.
Hey God, look right now.
It's so sad.
Now young boy burying on a grandpa burying.
Me and them people are not fumble. Me I been done this Sunday.
No, I say if na young boy burying on a grandpa burying, because if na grandpa burying we need for dance. If na young boy burying we need for cry.
Na young boy and young girl and small picking burying.
Hey God, sorry.
For go wasting kind of money and then I live up on foolishness. Na heartlessness and recklessness.
No, but me not to the waste where they wasting money now na the thing. Now the cook where they make now, then falsify people receipt.
Now they talk, then they all the recklessness. You will say for feds corruption, I say you go, but 1 minute's not enough, but we will talk tonight and blow mind. Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Well, great by boy for Tell her say we miss her. Let God give her mercy.
Amen, amen. Thank you very much. We go on the line again. Welcome to the show, Sister Admin. You get 1 minute.
Well, me, I just get idea no more. I get one idea what all the salon people then do for me.
Please.
I want let them change the narrative in a salon. Let them change the music them. Let them make big banner. Where people when they go walk out with them begin sing for them. Tiffy,
Jankoliko. 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 Jankoliko.
You know, take 1 penny. You go get account. You will save 1 penny. Me, Fatima. Even the state did not buy me a glass of water for my wedding. Thief lady, you and your husband are thieves. Your cabals are thief. Your generation and the thief. But una, we go make banner for them. We go sing panel. We go knock pan for the motto they don't make. Tiffy. You
Jankoliko.
Jankoliko.
Jankoliko. Jankoliko. Bye-bye. Oh God, this line they connect. Sorry about that. The line they connect. Wait for more calls. Oh God. This caretaker don't put you on real international embarrassment. Real one. Welcome to the show.
Yes, so good.
Yes, what's up? How you doing? But what do you think about my uncle, bro?
Your uncle, if in a country we get better democracy, therefore impeach this man. So
Don't put secret now though. The impeachment na tomorrow program. Let's no more.
Oh, okay.
But my uncle embarrass me. Oh,
you man, I don't tell you, boy, uncle. I don't tell you. A criminal where they try for cover in tracks now. Come on, cover in tracks. So. A criminal, you man. Your uncle got baby. They go marry other criminal back. You know. To criminal and go sit down at that
then
country.
turn Fakibo cat.
Yes, you're the thief for money. Criminal in your man. Well, I know only land, man.
Okay, thank you. Catch you up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Welcome on the show. Your name and inside the call from, please. You get 1 minute for make your points.
Okay. So maybe a discussion after you go back to
Very good. Very good.
You go answer for that.
All right.
Now, so maybe I will go expect the same way caretaker become a power. In order nothing. They will go to your office of trust. Money no and they shoot in eye. They insult in eye. What you expect from their side?
I don't feel say na because of that. I think the person are just in own character. Not so because a poor make it do that. Not just in own criminal record.
The problem we get in salon with politicians that all not drag money. All the politicians that are drag money and soon not get the country at chance. All what they care for, what they can power for, can take what they take, bill what they bill. Then with the same youth man, they are going to kill yourself for them. With the different with the submit yourself for that, they bribe a body. Why you know they create something for the youth man, they make them get because the main thing as I know, yeah, we all in country how they show things they go up. But when job day, you know we feel much pain. Because at least so much we work, if they get salary, you go know how they economize things. But the main problem as I know, job not in the country. And what job not they long honest they me brother. You government whatever do anything so far, and no ever show till you don't have.
Thank you very much. I let you call it say you don't pass the time. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Good evening to everybody. I call from Playton.
Please.
You know this thing is so a very painful day. And also they make them as a joke, or they see the joke side of them, but a very serious. I give small example. Some of the money that we do call so. Now very serious money then. Because look at that far incident what happened recently. Just a small percentage of that money they for prevent that kind of thing from happening. Small money that you see picking at the day, they die every day. You see better woman that the neighbor go hospital every day that they pick it they die in that country. Till like water, we not get water for drink. Then the 1 grand person, a 1 grand crowd of people believes that for take this money and just misuse her, other one misuse her. It's very wrong. We need for that country. They need for stop. We need for get integrity.
Thank you very much.
Integrity.
Thank you.
Please, this you show what you do today, you need to put on back your audio, make it circulate to people them. So when election come, make sure say we choose the right people them within the right places.
Thank you very much,
because
sir.
that's the problem. Thank you.
Wow. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, please. I just want to give me your contribution.
Go ahead, please.
These audit reports are the worstest audit reports ever, where we don't get no country. Secondly, this government are the worstest government ever. But now one thing me get believe in say, then the all accountable for country money. With them thief, we cannot to spend the spend them. Now thief with their robbery publicly. This government not get anything for show off. You know, these people are heartless people and are junkie there. You know, this audit report don't show say these people and they just come for can wreck we country, then come for can suffer we. The level we see alone we don't go. They don't come put me down.
Thank you very much. Sorry, thank you. You don't eat 1 minute.
Okay, thank you too, Sembe.
All right, we go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please.
Good evening, Nia. They talk.
Yes, Nia.
Sabe Pierre.
Yep.
Your uncle na a big disgrace to.
Hey God.
Uncle na a big disgrace to Sierra Leone. Where even sit on 98, where even they talk say government go left debt. And not mean APCO. Now in SSF even they talk.
Okay.
I talk about this to somebody yesterday. I say, me papa na Lebanese, me mama na Sierra Leonean. I say, if you know the kind of money where be you go na Salo and na Lebanon, you go waiting. I talk on yesterday without this audit reports not come out. Ask sister admin, we talk about on it yesterday. Without audit reports not come out. I said the money where be you then go keep na Lebanon. Una sit down no more. Na small na come out soon na do small. More they come. That keep on for tomorrow.
God bless you. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
My name is Steven, and I call from US.
Please go ahead, you get 1 minute.
Yeah, I feel some kind of a way optimistic with the reports. The reason why I feel that way then are because we at least get some people we can stand for the truth. And Lara till appears now one person we don't prove you right.
But now they pull so.
You know. Yeah, but hey, that thing that they not able to stand to the end. We know what in this they lead to. If Bio gets shame for himself, let that woman they suffer.
But this government get tower, Then get tower now. That's what they call shame. Let them say, hey, they not able to succeed. Then they tower.
Everybody they watch. All money hiding as alone now. This not big shame. If not possible with the shame, he put himself together because this not the same good message for we all. So if the man is shame, he will let that woman there because that woman they stand for nothing but the truth. And that's what I see.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Okay. Yeah. We got some few more minutes for go. That's 10 more minutes for go. 10 more. Yeah.
Hello?
You dey live. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from, please, if you mind for tell me.
Hey, Mohammed, I call from Qatar.
Go ahead, you get 1 minute.
Hey, brother, them people there, you know, say they call something back. Maybe from now to next week, then they call something where they come, you could forget what this what it reports back.
No. Sorry. We don't hold on so. Either today or next week, we continue.
Well, it's a bit there now. It's a bit there.
Yes, I know.
They go put all. They go boss all aside back this one. They can't take one.
We will deal with waiting and the cow eat. Then we continue.
Okay, inshallah, by God in power. But this people follow now.
Thank
God
you.
bless you now.
God bless you all.
When I forget you, brother, for me, and let God get mercy.
All right, thank you. I'll do that, yeah.
Yeah.
life. Bio, na ina dey fraud. Bio, this man na ina dey fraud. No be no. No at all. Bio. Bio na the fraudster. I hope we be no quick. Welcome to the show. You get 1 minute, please. Your name and inside the call from.
How you do?
I do fine by God in power yourself.
It's not
Please go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Citizen, they call from Blue City.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, them and them. They don't think plenty. They just went to the United Nations. If we go into election, the man don't know wherever. Oh no. Maybe the votes will make the ring. There's any election that is all rugby. They almost happen. And the only reason, if you look, the man don't know wherever can have power. And your contribution, Andy.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Get yourself a good night. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I call from Italy. I name Mohammed. This program, most of the Tawaki listening, like, when you talk saying I don't me, like me, I'm happy, but like, because then can useless people we in office for Ulu, then they begin to accept some back saying I don't me.
But you know, get for we change and then I'm your uncle Obia.
No, me, and like this audit report we don't come also like what can I ask me one question where you don't see what I ask. Then people who are old for this census business where they old where they invite my side, they don't left or not.
Now one person them be released this afternoon, Bill Win Femi.
Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, now I don't know my jobs. Get work.
Thank you. Here we go. No vex for me, boy. Huh? My uncle, bad bush not for too bad picking. My uncle long form. Don't thief too much. Don't cook. Don't criminal. Don't find. You don't falsify people like you sit there now. I not go deny and steal. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from.
Yeah. Good evening.
How are you?
I call from Freetown.
Please go ahead.
I'm very well.
You get 1 minute.
Yes. I hope say the opposition parties them then go able to come up with something with regards to this auditor's report. Because I think they're supposed to call for the president for resign. This is very, very important, and then therefore make a whole lot of show about that day. They're supposed to call press conferences, forward this to international organizations, to other countries, and then if demand that the president of this country for resign.
So then day, nothing we will get for deal with tomorrow, proper one inside with Blue Mind program. Okay. So I go appreciate if you join me tomorrow,
yeah? Definitely, thank you
very much. Yeah. Okay, we go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute. Even we pausing Audit at the line, we go still drop the call and make sure say we follow the rules. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
Yes, how you doing?
Please, what are you saying?
I'm fine. So at last, the audit report come out.
You don't come out. But now this we hear you. They say me uncle of all mother bill. He cook people in hotel. He falsify the receipt. They left that for them.
I'm not a criminal. When they talk to the rest, all my listening and lie. And they go to the bench. All the journalists be asking about channel bar, short to short. You want fair way with the dodge.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, and so.
That guy that criminal. But baby, I don't believe that from day one. I don't believe that from day one. Man, I don't know more. Just incredible supporter there. They feel like no more. Absolutely. That man, they know.
Anyway, join me tomorrow at the program, yeah? Inside Blue Mind. Follow talk boku. This is not just short number one sound the views of people. Thank you. God bless you. We go on the line again and get another person. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from. Please, you get 1 minute.
Good evening.
How are you?
Yeah. Mina Abdullah Camera from Freetown.
We release you and everybody release you.
Okay. Why you and your uncle are criminals? So because like now when this all these reports we don't cancel as one begin focus on additional, when I go pull all that thing back, where they take.
Okay, wait, let's ask you question first. My uncle or me, if what me do, you get me a criminal.
Because now your uncle, now you supposed to tell her the truth.
Yeah, they tell her, but
you,
me no mix. I can tell her one time, but not the hear me.
But when they one time go defend that and the keeper.
But you know, see that time, they been bossing it. That sense thing, and I did the sense the come out. So you know the hear word again.
So how for do?
Now for bien. Until the time each una self decide waiting for do.
Okay. You must greet for me, you friend.
By way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, may God heal her.
Yeah, bye. Okay. Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Yes, the background, let me make you go off just now. You mind for you this, Sam?
The background is okay.
No, it's not okay because you did turn the cam back. Now that make you they listen to win at the background instead of the phone.
Okay, that's okay now. Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, listen you now. Go ahead and make your points, please. You get 1 minute. You name and say the call.
Okay, do you have big part? Nah, quick question, I guess no more. Do you have big? I want to take pen and paper because Mrs. don't read these audit reports. But this timber business, I don't see and day. I don't know if I escape them, so I just want to let you help me tomorrow. Because I remember last year I be read them, they tell you they will correct some mistake, but they will correct them. So I believe they don't correct them, but I don't read them, I don't even see them. I don't know, maybe if Una go help you, because Una go take much of Una time for do that thing.
We go find out, you know, will be tomorrow, but we'll take time for the go to them small, yeah?
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bye. Welcome to the show. Your name and say the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, me I be just one for make an update to concerning the tribunal, Lara in tribunal.
Lara?
Whether the tribunal, we know so don't inaugurate people whether it don't start, whether journalists and they cover because the Supreme Court, where they want you ruling and televise them. So we expected the process of the tribunal if a
so this na special commission committee and set up. So and not like the formal case they will do na court. So by that for do am just like how they do the commission of inquiry. But
inquiry. So
with the doubt if they go do am, but the thing now they're not begin at it anyway.
Public access today. Public access reporting. So we want for more to follow the tribunal.
We go do if at all they allow that, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you. I'll take 5 more calls and then they wrap up the program. Just 5. So if you be part of that 5, it's a good thing. But if you're not, appeal or apologize for that. And please I encourage you for join with Trend again in another edition. Tomorrow we get with Blue Mind program. Normally it's supposed to be 3 p.m. salon time. But sometimes we'll get small shit, but we will get standing for now tomorrow. But join me tomorrow because we will look at the impeachment side. If at all, Parliament will able, because as it is now, the way how the Parliament, big question. Parliament will think of that day for impeach them. If they think of them, then go able for impeach them. This is another question where we will get for look at. This is now one of the 5 calls. Welcome to the show. You need me inside the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, concerned citizen.
You get 1 minute, please.
Yeah, all what me suggest is that we follow waiting the recommendation where the Auditor General make. So outside them for refund money, maybe refund them. Then other thing is, caretaker be talk say in the fight against corruption therefore fight back. So me I believe say na corruption I no fight back so. So we just keep to the Auditor General in response. We say for refund money back, may they refund them. That's it. I me get for say.
Thank you. God bless you.
Corruption always fight back. So And apple so.
Thanks. All right, we get 3 more calls for go. 3 more calls for go, please. Welcome to the show. Your name and who said you call from, please, if you mind, you did live.
Yes, this is Abraham Kamara, they call from United States.
You get 1 minute, please.
Yes, we all know exactly what's in the ground, and like me, not a surprise, but the president will get right now when Malabio. We all see what in Malabio do after he been left forward during NPRC2, where he go sit on a Ghana. We see how many male sensitive, which he do, he return back, he go England and not go with nothing, okay? So not a surprise. The only thing will continue for decreasing self. And that's I have to say for Malabio. Then for you, I don't know, you look like my schoolmate. Yeah, you look like my schoolmate, Providence School. I don't know, maybe I might be.
No, you mistake, please.
Yeah. Okay, you look alike anyway.
Okay, so
okay, so thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, we get 2 more calls for take. Just 2. 2 more calls. I'm not saying people they wait for the last minute. They begin come, pop, pop, pop. You be don't kind inside just now. You be don't call just now.
No.
Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead.
This Mohammed, they call for magazine.
Please reduce the volume of your background, please.
This Mohammed, they call for magazine.
You get 1 minute, make your points. Go ahead.
I believe say this young Kulia, somebody they way they impeach and when they say. Hello.
Because your background, you dey listen yourself now. That make. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from, please. You get 1 minute.
Because your background, you dey listen yourself now. That make.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Please, when you call, make sure say you reduce the volume of your set. When they come back, number 1, you know they able for your riwi, you know they understand. If you want for talk say for tower, because you listen yourself, you go slow and the conversation not go smooth. So reduce the volume of your set and then you call, please. We get 2 more calls, so we wait for 2. Welcome to the show. Your name and who said you call from, please. Hello? Hello, you there live?
Hello, yes, my brother.
Yes, please go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm glad you forget tonight today.
Yes, go ahead. Not listen to yourself. Reduce the volume of the background and just talk on your phone.
Yes, my brother. I'm glad you for me tonight today.
Please go ahead.
This man, we uncle now thief man.
Okay.
Now thief man, this uncle now a real thief man. He don't show him from NPRC term. If that man did thief $80 million, he go with him. Then we allow that man the back who can put in a power. Really, we really make a mistake. So now they can know if really anti-corruption they work. And now they can know. Yeah.
All right.
So now thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
With the why we get to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll tell you something. Please, when you call, make sure say you always turn off the thing where you watch me from. If not to that day, the sound they come back inside and it's not sweet at all.
Okay,
you yourself go to strain for talk because you go to hear yourself they come back late and you go to feel say now so you talk. Yeah?
All right, okay.
We they take 1 more call and go. 1 more call. Who that could be the last lucky caller? 1 more call. 1 more call. 1 more call. We still wait for the 1 lucky or last caller for today. 1 more call. 1 more call. 1 more call. Then a big thief man. Paoli Boku talk. Big thief man. Then a big thief man. Paoli Boku talk. Hey yeah. Say yeah. Then a oh yeah. Hey yeah. Then a big thief man. Then a big thief man, Paul the Boku talk, big thief man, no. Then come na power, then big in top but then comping, But he before said and thief pass anything. Oh me uncle, why you for falsify yo? People in seats, that you come and sit on a radio. Interestingly, this man be don't go do this kind of act. He can't sit down. Then he try now for the cover in dirty smell trick with other person in yon. Hey, yeah, this guy a thief guy. Anyway, I think we need to go now and join us tomorrow inside the Blow Mind program in the afternoon. Yeah, tomorrow we'll ask a question. Then go able for Parliament go get the idea for impeach this man. If they get them, then go the opposition or the one them where they go able to get the majority for make the impeach him. This now the things them where we could get for look at tomorrow. We go look at the Constitution, what thing is say in terms of impeachment. Yeah. Well, I want to tell you plenty. Thank you for where you don't take your time. And join me inside the program today. We appreciate you call, we appreciate you view, we appreciate you likes, we appreciate you comment and you share. Yeah. On behalf of the team, I want to tell you plenty thanking. My name is Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Okay? I want to say God bless we all. God bless we country Sierra Leone. Let God give we good leader. Leader we got the country at heart. Leader we really want to see the country go before. Well, one more time. Until we meet again, my name Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Get yourself a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.